So let's talk about what I call the narcissistic bank account. And if you're new here, I'm a clinically diagnosed narcissist. So a lot of narcissistic people tend to treat love like it's money deposited into a bank account. You know how a lot of people deposit a large sum of money into an interest-bearing bank account and they just live off the compound interest of that money. That's how love bombing works for a lot of narcissistic people. Like they make this huge initial deposit of love in the beginning of the relationship and expect to live off of that initial deposit for the rest of the relationship. And a lot of people that deal with narcissistic people live off of that compound interest. You, in your mind, you always remember that first initial deposit, not the little bit of love you're getting here and there, not the compound interest that you're getting from that love. You feel like you think about the initial deposit like, I know how it can be. I know what they possess, not what they're giving me right now. And a lot of narcissistic people have like a little debit card of good deeds and things like that. So after that initial deposit of love, they're consistently making withdrawals from that with their debit card. Hey, you remember I did this for you in the beginning of the relationship? Swipe that debit card. They will swipe that debit card, that little toxic love bombing debit card, as many times as they feel like it's necessary to remind you of that initial deposit they made in the beginning of the relationship. And you think about it. You think about that original love, the original love bombing phase. But I tell you what, after the love bombing phase ends, the relationship with a narcissistic person will never go back to the beginning. It would never go back to how it was in the beginning of the relationship. It just doesn't happen that way, y'all. And every single good deed that they do for you is also deposited into that bank account. Like no good deed goes unpunished. No good deed goes unremembered. Hey, you remember I did that for you? Hey, remember I did this? Hey, you forgot about this, right? You remember I was there for you when so and so passed away? Anyway, y'all, like and subscribe to the channel.